Good morning, 7th grade. Happy Tuesday, October 13th, 2020. Here is your daily video to-do list and your lesson number 2, Big 3 Study Guide Notes. As always, you're going to come to your social studies page and scroll to the weekly workflow. Your CNN 10 warm-up is linked for today. Please make sure you are reading the prompt before you answer the question, as they change every day, just like last year. Today is what are 2 questions that you have after watching today's show. If you don't have any questions or don't have any I wonder statements, then think of one somebody else might ask that still is confused. When you are done, click the reply box, open up the text box, type inside, and post. When you're done, you're going to come back here and you're going to click this, which is the video I'm making for you right now, which is your lesson number 2 study guide notes. Now, again, these study guide notes are not graded. I don't ever see them. If you would like to write them down in a notebook, on index cards, on loose leaf paper, I don't care. As long as you do the notes and you use them for any upcoming assessment, quiz, or test, they are yours to do with as you wish. So let's get on with our big 3. Again, we have a graphic organizer, big ideas, and vocabulary. Your graphic organizer for lesson number 2 is a cute little doodle. We have our cartographer in the middle. We have a thought bubble. Each cartographer has their own knowledge, experience, perspective, attitude, skills, and purpose. And they take all of this and take the place that they want to draw it, and produce the product. Okay, so this is exactly what you did using these 6 things when you drew your map of a community last lesson. So here's your graphic organizer for lesson number 2. Your big ideas for lesson number 2. Maps are representations of places. A map is not the place itself. One difficulty with maps is that they try to represent a 3-dimensional object on a 2-dimensional plane, which we saw with the beach balls, the fruit, the balloons last lesson. People who create maps select and organize the features of place to include in their maps. People's purpose, knowledge, and perspective or point of view shape their maps. And maps of the ancient world reflect the cartographer's purpose, knowledge, and perspective or point of view. You have 3 vocabulary words for this lesson. Again, I just want you to copy the name, the vocab name, and the definition. You do not need to do the picture or the example. If you would like to help you remember, that's totally up to you. Again, these are not graded. So we have 8 is place, a particular position or point in space. For example, the maps we made in class were representations of a place. We did our community. If we were in school, I would have had you draw a picture of the school. But since we weren't, I'd have you draw community. Number 9, perspective/point of view, a particular attitude or way of regarding something or seeing something. Example, a student's perspective about the classroom would be different from the custodian's and would impact the way in which each would draw a map of it. Same as if you live in the same community or neighborhood as one of your classmates, depending on where you live, all of your perspectives would be different and you would draw it from different angles and points of view. And number 10 is a cartographer, which we learned last lesson is someone who makes maps. Cartographers use technology to help them make maps, whereas before they were hand-drawn. And that is your big 3 for this lesson. Please feel free to stop and pause as you need to. Again, copy these into your study guide, whether it is a notebook, loose leaf paper, index cards, whatever is going to be easiest for you to use and keep and make use of during an assessment.